If you sit at a desk all day, you're probably not a stranger to neck, upper back, and shoulder pain. And you've probably read that it has to do with your posture, but it has less to do with your posture and more to do with your movement. I'm Matthew with Revo Physiotherapy. Let's talk about why you have that pain and what you can do about it to make your back feel 10 years younger. The anatomy of this region is complex. There's your head, 7 vertebrae in your neck, 12 in your thoracic spine, your shoulder blades, shoulder joints, clavicles, and all of the soft tissue that connects to it. All of these joints and muscles allow for a lot of movement. And that's a good thing because it means that your body can take a lot of different shapes. The problem is that most people working at a desk hold one shape. They hold one position and their body gets really, really good at holding that position, like tightening up, at the cost of being bad at being out of that position. And maybe you've even tried doing some exercises to help with the pain. A common one is a chin tuck, pulling the head back over your body. But this movement done in isolation could be overlooking how the entire system works together. Let's think about things in terms of stacked balls, with a large ball representing our upper back or thoracic spine, and then our neck and our head. Most people, when they're sitting at a desk, roll forward through their thoracic spine, bringing their neck and head in front of them. If this is the position you're used to holding, doing a chin tuck, pulling back, jams that smaller ball into the big one. But when we can roll that ball backwards, that thoracic spine, our neck now sits on top and pulling back feels like gliding over the top. So here are a couple of my favorite mobility exercises that help work on opening up the thoracic spine while integrating the shoulders and the necks into the mix. The first one is a modification on a downward dog that takes the hamstrings out of the equation. I call it a downward bear. Starting in a bear pose with your knees under your hips, push your hips back and your chest towards the ground. Now, think about that ball rolling to point your chest up towards your hands. Then come back to the bear pose, oscillating in and out of these positions to open up your chest. The next one is an open book with an overhead sweep. Keeping your knees and your hips stacked, push your top hand out and make a half circle, trying to get your shoulder down towards the ground and rotate as much as you can through your spine. And then come back. You may notice that this is easier on one side than the other. But let's say you don't want to get on the ground when you're at work. You can still do these same exercises, but modified to being in a standing position. So the first one, you can grab the edge of your desk or a counter, bring your butt back, and push down. Again, lifting your chest towards your hands, or even against a wall. And remember, no matter what your work setup is, the key is to change shapes and move. So find some options that work for you.